Hello, guys, and welcome back. To those of you that haven't seen my previous video, we are about, I would say, around 2 hours and about 30 minutes in to our Halloween Town build. Now, the whole concept is, of course, we're gonna build our own Halloween Town for the month of October. Um, the last video, I did go a bit punking crazy at her house, our sim that we made and everything. She was not made in a video. We are just building her house. It does look like she's probably going to be a vampire, based off of the decorations we've done so far. Um, but yeah, we're going to go ahead and just dive into it again. And let's see how far we can go this time and what we can get done. Let's see here. So we're going in. So of course we're going to be building a new crest. And then this is what we have done so far. It's really just a great blueprint. We have pumpkins. I really just spaced out for a minute, and thought that they were watermelons, and maybe that I said it wrong, but they are pumpkins and jack-o'-lanterns, and we have our little ghost. And I would say this is probably my favorite part so far is we've done like these little cemetery clusters on the side, and our little scarecrow man over here. We built the foundation of the house so far. We still have to do the back patio, the outside, but we have completed, for the most part, the inside of the top floor. Um, yeah, we have these cute little balconies, the sitting area. What I think has been tying it together, of course, is these spider web wallpapers that are part of the Halloween pack that has come out. It's not a pack that you have to buy, it's just something that's included if you have The Sims 4 during the spooky season. And then it came with like these little spiders that we've kind of just decorated the wall with. Let's see here. And then, of course, we have these guest bedrooms. As you can see, it has this, what I'm going to call Twilight tree wallpaper. Reminds me of Forks from Twilight. And then we have these blood red candles, and this is her bedroom. And we have like these very pointy windows that kind of just, I think it's because it matches this wardrobe, to be honest. Maybe that's why I liked adding those. And then we have her little sarcophagus in case she does become a vampire. She is currently human right now, but yeah. And then we did do a little money cheat code to get the money to start up on this build, because she was already moved onto the property when we started. I did go ahead and create her, just for that purpose, because I wanted something to start off with, something to kind of inspire this house. But yeah, that's what we have so far. And then we're going to just dig into it a little bit deeper. We're going to add more decorations, and we're going to try to get this first floor knocked out. But yeah, so we're going to go ahead and get started. I did see something that's going to bother me unless I work on it right now, and that is our little bathroom does have a door. If you haven't seen the first video, this is Edgar, the doorknob, okay? The door knocker. He is attached to every single bathroom in this house. Um, yeah, so you can see him on this one over here. There's Edgar again. He's just kind of the watcher of the bathroom, and that's his job. But this bathroom does not have any wallpaper on the inside. It's just the like you can see it. It's very dark, but you can see like the line from the plaster. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna put some just very plain wallpaper in this area. I just realized my headphones are not. Oh my goodness. I have cats behind me, guys. I think they just knocked over something. Oh gosh. Okay, but let's go ahead and look here. They need some plain wallpaper. Let me see. Something that gives bathroom, but we're not really going to be looking too much at this because it is its own little space. Yeah, it's just a corner of it. Let's see. I did want to add a little bit more ghosts throughout the house. I do like the fact that the ghosts are kind of just walking around outside. There we go. Okay, so ghosts. Let's see if they'll pop up with that. Yes, these little ghost guys are like my favorite. They even have different expressions. But I've kind of just been putting them throughout the house. They glow on their own, but I like the idea that they're like little ghosts just running around. Oh, that one's so happy. Let's see if we can twist him. Oh, that's so cute. Yeah, there's just different ones. This one's kind of, can put them right there behind the couch. I want to have them to where they're not that much into the walkway and people can kind of still get around them. It's also nice because the only light that we really have around the house is the windows and also the chandeliers. So I think they also light up the place a little bit. And then maybe we should do one by the music. But which one? Should we do another one of these ones? Oh, that's one we haven't put down before. But he can't be in front of the dartboard. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm just gonna put him in this little corner. He's kind of just hiding out. Okay, now let's see. So this is so far what we got going on the second floor. Now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna move down to the first floor. So the first floor we have bat wallpaper, ghost wallpaper, and spider web wallpaper. And so this is going to be like our entryway, right? We're not going to have too much going on there. And then this is just going to be like the heart of the house to where you can get upstairs. And then this is going to be our dining room, the kitchen, and then our living room is going to be over here. This is going to be a study, and then this is going to be the bathroom. So we're going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and take down the walls and we're going to just start placing furniture. Now, I think I'm going to start off with the dining room just because I think it's going to be easiest with everything. I have been placing a lot of this vampire furniture all throughout the house. Oh my god. This dining room is a lot larger than I thought it was if the table is that small. Maybe we can find a bigger table. And I did also have to do this to the upstairs. Yeah, let's go ahead and just do that. And then we're gonna get some furniture. I do really like these old chairs. I think they also look very comfy. Like I would love to have one of these in my dining room. There we go. Now it doesn't look that large. And then maybe we can do another little bar for in case they have a party downstairs. I think that's what was the hardest thing about doing the upstairs, was just making sure we had enough items. Just because it was, again, the upstairs was very large. That whole sitting room was a lot bigger than I thought it was gonna be. And we had to find things to kind of just fill it in. Now, should I do a small bar, or should I do maybe... Oh, thank you. But should we do maybe like a bigger bar for everybody? Because I do want her serving a lot of Sims. That is gonna be the whole thing, is we're gonna have like a big Halloween party at the end, and this is gonna be she's gonna be hosting it for sure. So she is gonna be the queen of Halloween, and of course she has to be the one to throw the event. So let's see, maybe we should just do it from this area, because the kitchen's right behind this, so I feel like that would just look good. And then we can have this a little off to the side over here. And let me see, we can add some stools to our bar, some more sitting spots. Let's see, maybe we should do like a witch chair. Let's see. That looks so good with the bar. Now let's see if we have any spooky decorations for the table. Let's see what else we can add here. Don't see anything. I do remember we had... Oh, this is kind of spooky. It's like a little card though. We could possibly put that at the end of our bar, just for like a little Halloween decoration. And then let's see here. I know there's a candy bowl, okay, because I saw it. So I know it exists. Let's see here. There we go. And we can put him on this table as our little centerpiece. I'm sure we could have done some like dead flowers, but at the same time, this is spooky. It is gonna be a little bit more on the festive side. But let's see if there are any dead plants we can add. I looked at this before and there wasn't a lot. We do have like these weird, strange wall vines that I was thinking that we could possibly do like a mad scientist in the neighborhood. Maybe he did like a Frankenstein and he has like his own laboratory house. I think that might be fun to do later. But I didn't really see any plants, which I could not understand why vampires wouldn't have plants. Yeah, there's not a lot there. I do think that we have some decorations. Like, we have like these vines and stuff we could do on the inside. And have it be overgrown on the inside too. Let's see here. What else could we add? Oh, we could do like this creepy portrait. I wish we had some of those old-timey photos, like, that we could add, kind of show that she has like a history. Or honestly, if they had that graduation cap art piece from Twilight, I think that would definitely fit. see, I don't know. That's kind of glowing. We can put it next to the bar. And then, should we do some vines on the wall? I'm not sure because we haven't added the windows downstairs yet. But we have added the windows upstairs. So maybe we should do that to the upstairs first. Just trying to see if like any of these look like they could fit. Let's try art. Maybe we'll see more under this. For some reason, like art, posters, and paintings aren't under wall decorations. They're like their own separate thing. But let's see if we can find anything that we can add to these walls. Oh, I didn't even know that they had kids' drawings. Spellcaster. It's kind of freaky, and it has like our whole blue theme that we have going on. Let's go ahead and add that one. Let's see. Oh, this one is perfect. See, this was what I was talking about. Like, old vintage photographs. Like, this is perfect. Where am I putting this? I'm like thinking maybe we should have it like on the stairs, like by the staircase. Like, oh, there's her relatives. Or maybe it's just her in every single one. Let's put this one a little bit lower. Like, people have to see it. Like, and she's just awkwardly standing there, like, waiting to be asked if that's her. Maybe she wants everybody to know. Let's see. Should we do like a little tree tapestry for the blue? Or should we maybe add some color to the kitchen? I don't know. I feel like that wall is just becoming like a bunch of just random things that I'm just like throwing on it. Let's see. What else? Okay, maybe I'm spending too much time on this wall. Yeah, we already have our chandelier. Let's see if maybe we can add some more things to this room. Maybe we can add like more activities. So that's kind of what we did upstairs, is we just added a bunch of activities. Sugar skull display case. That might be cute for Halloween. A little skull case. Let's go ahead and put this little shelf like right in the middle right there. Okay. Should we put another tank? Is another tank maybe too much if there's already another tank? Like, there's a tank on the first floor, but we could add another one on the second. Just to have something to go there. Let's see here. Maybe we just need something to tie it together, like a rug, maybe? What even is that? I have no idea what that decoration is on that rug. Let's see. This is kind of trippy. I don't think it really goes with the spider webs. I wish we had like a neon green rug that would go with the wallpaper. Or maybe we can just do like a purple. That might work. Could this be our rug? It's definitely green. Definitely. I think it goes with it. I mean, it's more of a cami than it is giving like these colors, but I think with this card, the card kind of has like purple and green on it. It kind of makes it work. Just a little bit. Let's see, do we want to add like a bookcase? Or do we want to put like the bookcases like in the hallway? We did do like these magic bookcases upstairs. I believe it was the black one. Let's see. No. We could put this right here. And just because we know this one's going to be a study over here, maybe we should just go ahead and line the wall. I mean, she's been alive for forever, so of course she has to have a lot of books. Okay, what else is she gonna do for an eternity? You know what I mean? Let's see. And then, of course, we need a desk. We're gonna go ahead and get rid of the walls. That way we can really focus on how everything's gonna fit together. Now, I'm thinking this creepy one from the werewolf pack. And then we could put a chair. Let's see. I love this chair. We're just gonna put these chairs everywhere. For everything. It's just that chair specifically. Now, with these end tables, I recently saw in my last video that we have this draping one with the red drape. I have been adding these a bit to the house, like in different spots, just because I think, like the torn tablecloth, obviously giving Halloween. But we do also have a decor table, like an accent table. The only thing about that one is we can't really put anything on it because it's not wide enough for anything to sit on top of it. Now, what is she gonna be into? I'm thinking she's definitely into reading. Oh my god, when did I get these? Okay, let's see. There's so many things here. Yeah, I could have added a chess table somewhere. Let's go ahead and just add this to the back of the living room. Of course, you're always going to have those people who don't want to watch the TV. So we're going to go ahead and give them that. An organ. Maybe she's into playing the organ. Maybe we should just put it behind the stairs and call it a day. This definitely has to be somewhere in this house. Should I just stick it by the front door? Like, they walk in and that's the first thing they see is an organ. It's just right there in front of the door. Oh my goodness, maybe we just don't have enough hobby rooms for her. Let's go ahead and just stick it in the back here and be in the study. And what is this? A pumpkin carving station? There's no way this is a thing. This is going to have to go in the kitchen. We could also put some in the courtyard because all of our pumpkins are outside. Let's see what else we have here. Are there any more Halloween stuff? We have a cauldron. That is pretty spooky. Do we just have it in the courtyard? Or should we have it be like the centerpiece? Or we could stick it in the kitchen. Like, it's just a natural part of the kitchen. It's just having the biggest cauldron you've ever seen in your life just in there. Let's go ahead and just stick that right there. Let's see what else we can put. I like how there's a lot of cross-stitching stuff. If you have the cottage pack, I think that's very neat. Is that all of the Halloween stuff? I think that's it. Let's go ahead and she has to have one of these easels somewhere. Because, I mean, when you're 1,000 years old, you're gonna be into every hobby there is. I'm gonna put this one right here. And now if you've ever done the painting hobby, you know that there is this part of leveling up an artist is for them to do still life paintings and just paint their environment. So you have to have something also interesting next to it for them to draw. So let's see if we can find something. Not like the organ next to her isn't enough by itself. It totally is. Like, who else is gonna have that? Let's go ahead and give her like this table. And let's see if maybe we can find something interesting to kind of go on top of it. I'm just looking at all of these signs, all of these decorations. Let's just make sure we're not missing the spooky ones. I did not know that they actually added additional items for Halloween until I opened it up and all I could hear was Halloween music. And then of course them saying that they added the items. Which I'm very grateful for, because I mean, don't get me wrong, like this is definitely good on its own. Like, look at that. That is perfect for Halloween. But I just like that there are also like some free items too that just come with having the game. I think that's more interesting than a little stand. And then of course we have these nice pumpkins. And then maybe she's gonna wanna, maybe she'll wanna paint one of these witch pumpkins. Yeah, that looks good right there. And then what is this? A forgotten woman statue? That is crazy. I did not know there was a full statue. Like, that's probably the size of a Sim. Let's just compare really fast. I think that is actually taller than she is. But I could see that being like a great centerpiece for the yard. Do vampires have fairies? Okay, I'm just gonna stick this in the yard before I forget about it. Okay. Let's see what else we can do. I think that's everything for the study. I mean, it does look very interesting. Let's go ahead and do like a gold statue right there. Like, sometimes this gold statue probably like comes to life and talks to her or something. We're just gonna say that for the reasoning behind that one, and not the fact that it's just a random statue. Okay, so for the living room, we're keeping with the spooky vibes. I think sometimes the furniture for the vampire pack is kind of very like sharp edged, like very geometric. Like, it doesn't look like it would be comfortable to even sit in. if that's weird to, like, look at this. Wouldn't you think that that was just an outdoor bench, not an actual couch? But I think maybe the reasoning behind it was just the fact that I did not see that there was a ghost couch. That's kind of really cool. Like, look, it has little ghost eyes on it. That is so cute. Oh my god. We have to have this ghost couch in here. Like, that is a must. And then if anybody says anything, we're just gonna say, well, it's a ghost couch. Okay, let's see. We need to get couches in here. But which was the one that I used for the upstairs? I'm trying to remember. Because I do want it to kind of match. I just wish, like, they had more pillows on them. Like, they do not have enough on them. Like, that is just a slender couch. Like, that's all that is. Let's see if we can put that right there. See, I wish this came in black. But the closest I have is black and white with some blue accent. And I just don't think that's spooky enough. There's this one. But that's just... it's too round. I feel like I'm being extremely picky about this furniture. I think maybe pickier than how I was for the upstairs furniture. And I think it's because this is going to be the main room that everyone's going to be in. So I think it's just very important, like, what furniture goes down here. I think this might be the best we're gonna get for a black couch. Oh, maybe this was the one I used upstairs. Yep, this was the one I used upstairs. It has the lovely padding. It looks like it's gonna be comfortable. That's definitely the couch that we went down here with our ghost couch. And then I think we're gonna have it... maybe we should have it all... I think we should have it all facing this wall. Let me make sure there aren't any windows here. Okay, because we still need to put up our TV. And yes, we are gonna have a TV. I don't know how many people are gonna actually watch it because half of the guests may be the undead for our Halloween party. So we'll see. I love how I just rotated that all the way around like twice. And then I don't really like that chair. Now this is the chair that we have upstairs. I like to call it her little throne, even though it can definitely sit two people and she won't be the only one to use it. Okay, let's see, we have our ghost couch. And then we have this one. And then we have her chair. Now that is a weird living room setup, but like I've been saying, we're gonna have a lot of people over. Like there are gonna be a lot of people in this room that are gonna need to sit down. So maybe I should just make it symmetrical. Maybe that might make it look a little better. I also don't want this ghost couch all by itself. Like, I feel like it looks a little bit sad that it's the only ghost couch in the room. I know what I can do. Okay, so I'm just gonna put these up against the wall. And they're gonna be with the ghost wallpaper. and they're gonna be kind of out of the way. Like, they're not a part of the main like seating, but they're still in the room, so people can still use them. But like, these look fine on their own, and maybe we can add some like tables here. See, like, we can add this to the side of the wall, and it kind of makes the couches look like they belong a little bit better. Is there enough space on this wall for this one? I think there might be. Let's try it. Yes. Okay. Perfect. Do we put another one right there? Do we dare? I think we do. And these are the little tables that don't really fit anything on them. Like, they're just too narrow. But they're nice to have, especially when you have ghost couches. Okay? Now let's go ahead. Let's add this TV. Should we do a portrait TV? Do we dare? Are there any images that are kind of spooky? Nope. They're all weird. They're palm leaves. That's not what we want. We could do a big TV for like a movie night. Let's go ahead and do that one. For some reason, it's just a super large TV, but she's been living for centuries, so, you know, she definitely has the funds, the means to have one. And then let's go ahead and just do, should we do a sturdy one? I mean, it's not like it's gonna catch that TV, it's gonna break either way, but let's go ahead and do that one. I like how it's just a really large TV, but it's an extremely small TV stand that the TV will never sit on. Okay. I think that is good. Now let's go ahead and do the carpet. I do love the skull carpet. It's like the best. I did not see that we had a bat one. That might have gone in there. We can still kind of do that in there, I think. Like around the bar area. Or is that too much carpet for a room? I don't know. We have the skull carpet upstairs, so I don't want to do it again. Let's see what else is here. There's this one, which I don't think I saw before. Let's see if there's any pattern that might go with our living room. I think what's really getting me is there's like this green wallpaper. And there's just not, I just don't feel like there's a lot of options for like a spooky green carpet. Like there's all of this, which is just like very light green. That one has a bowling ball on it and pins. So I just don't think that's gonna go very well. Let's see here, what else can we do? I did really like this witch carpet. And to get me thinking about how I definitely need to do a witch build for this series. I'm like, okay, that is definitely a different green than the other room. But if I put this one in this room, kind of looks like it matches this room a lot better. Yeah, that definitely matches that one better. We need to give... Oh my god, there's a spooky ghost chair. We must have it. We must have it in this room. also love like these little beanbag chairs. I think they're so adorable. And like any of my other house builds that I have on my gallery, there are definitely a lot of those in them, just in like every single living room I've made. I just think that they're very cute. Let's see if there's like a little black ram table. Like, how is that not the cutest thing you've ever seen? Just animal style furniture is just so cute. We also have a black bear rug upstairs. And yeah, he's by the aquarium. And just how funny would it be to then also be sitting on a black bear chair, like right next to him. Let's just put this near the staircase. That way we still have that walkway. Like, that's so funny. I just can't. I don't know why it's so funny. Okay. Now that we're done with that distraction, we definitely need chairs for this gaming chess table. So let's go ahead and go back here. Let's look at the chairs. Now you know which chair I'm gonna pick at this point, because it's my favorite chair for this house. Is definitely gonna be one of these ones. Did I lay this table the wrong way? I did. Oh my god. I was like expecting it to just fit on there, and I had it facing the wall. Okay. Now people can actually play. And yeah. There we go. It's like, why is it so far away from the table? Now they're both next to it. Let's see. I think we have everything that we need for this living room. Let's just make sure. I like looking at this because it gives you ideas of maybe stuff that you might have overlooked. Like there are plants. Of course, there aren't any plants that would really go with this house. Could probably do like a vase of roses. Roses are always a good option. But let's see if they even have roses on here. Like, I just like that there are so many different types. There is this one. It's not a rose, but like I said, these tables don't fit anything on them because they're just so narrow. But yeah, I'm just not sure if plants are like the right way to go, just because we want this to be kind of unsettling. And I just think it would be a lot more unsettling that nothing is like alive in the house. You know what I mean? Let's see here. I think we need a coffee table and then we'll probably be done with this room. I do like this platform table. It kind of matches the furniture. But then let's just go ahead and see if there's a sound box. Now we do already have one upstairs, but of course we need one for the downstairs. That is huge. Like, that stands on its own. That is crazy. Yeah, let's go ahead and do one of these. I like how the furniture is kind of modern, especially this table, and then this is just from the 1600s. Do not quote me on that. I do not know history that well, and honestly, it could have been like the 18 or the 19, but we're just gonna say 16. Let's see. I think that's it. Like, we can add stuff to the walls, I guess, but I just really love the wallpaper. Like, I love the ghost theme that has slowly taken over the house. And of course, so have they. You know, we gotta put our little ghosts everywhere. They are just kind of just walking around, you know? Having a good time, listening to music. They're not in anybody's way. Is this a floating ghost gnome? He has to be in the yard somewhere. Like, he's going in the yard. But yeah, they're just kind of just chilling. They're vibing, you know, Look, he's gonna be so confused. He's gonna be like, how did I even get in here? Okay. Of course, it looks kind of empty, but we can always add more decorations. So let's go ahead, and this is gonna be the entryway. Now, entryways are always really hard because it's like, what do you even keep in your entryway? It's mostly just like a lot of like clutter, I would say. For the most part, just stuff that people don't really think that they should move. So let's see what we can add here. Sometimes just like a random thing of furniture, like a little closet. Let's see. So some of this is probably gonna come from another pack. It won't be Halloween related, won't be... Well, maybe we could do a little, like... We could do this. And it can be something where like people just put like their clothing items, their umbrellas and stuff. Let's see what else we can find. There's not a whole lot going on here. Could put like a little entry table. Again, so many choices to this. See, and then this has a flower on it. We really need some more spooky furniture. Oh. Where is it? There is something where... There we go, accent tables. We have the torn sheet table. Is that possibly everything we could do? It might be. Let's go ahead and just do this one right here. Just give our guests some places to put items at. I think we might need to do one of these ones. Let's see. Maybe something that looks cluttered already. That looks good so far. Should we do a runner carpet? Huh. I don't think that red matches. Yeah, I think that carpet's too light. It's too floral. Like, they were not thinking about spooky season when they made that one. Let's see. What else can we do? This big red carpet, and it kind of leads to the next room. I think that would look very nice. Okay, I think that might be all for that room. Oh, we could put some pumpkins. I love these little pumpkin guys. For some reason, they are literally in the bathroom upstairs. And I'm not even joking. Like, I did place them in this bathroom around the tub. And that was when I found out I had pumpkins that I could put everywhere, along with a pumpkin bath mat. So, yeah, I went a little pumpkin crazy. I don't regret my actions. It was justified. They are the cutest thing I think I've seen. Which reminds me, they need to be down here too. Like, she is the queen of Halloween for a reason. And that means she has to have a passion for pumpkins, you know? Let's see here. They won't let me put it on the wall. Like, it is not allowed to be on the wall. It has to be a little further away from the wall. Like, that's fine, but that's not. Let's see. Sometimes I'm like, while placing things, it can be so much fun, especially when everything fits into place. But some things like that, I just really don't understand. Okay, for a minute, I was gonna be concerned as to why these couldn't be out here on the courtyard. I don't want them to be in the middle of the room. But I think it's because I have doors right here. Whoa. Cat. Oh, this is one of them, guys. This is one of the cats. She's just a bit curious as to what I'm doing. Let's see. Very curious. We're just gonna let her do her own thing there. Let's just see. I do not know what we're gonna do. Oh. Okay. I think that might be it for the front room. Just random pumpkins on the floor. I really wish, like, see, it lets me put these, like, in more places, I feel like. I just wish it would let me put it, like, oh, we should have them near our pumpkin carving station. That's where these should be. Should just have them right here, ready to be carved. Okay. I feel like we are missing something in this little area. I do not know yet. We could put another cauldron. You know, it would not be a spooky house if they didn't have not only one cauldron, but two of them. Let's see. Let's go ahead and get the kitchen done really fast. Now you see I could add the Victorian themed vampire counter, or I could do this one, which just has, it has a lot more detail to it, and to be honest, I'm a sucker for a good kitchen, which I might just do the counters after we go ahead and we put that stove down. Because sometimes it is really awkward trying to place counters around a stove. So let's just do that. Okay. We got that down, and then we're gonna go ahead and add our counters around that. Let's see how it's looking. Honestly, that looks really good. Hi, Zelda. Okay, and then you can never have too much counter space. Ever. Like, there's no such thing. Let's go. I always like to add like a little island. I love islands. Oh, I forgot there's counter spaces that basically you can put stoles up there. So let's go ahead and switch to that. Yeah, it's literally called an island. So let's go ahead and just undo all of that. And let's see if we can get it to fit together. Sometimes I do have trouble fitting these to where it just looks good. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I feel like it has to have counter on the other side towards the kitchen, and then it has to have like the island on the other side. So let's go ahead and do this. Oh. Is that the center of the kitchen? Who knows? Let's go ahead and do that, and then we're gonna do this on the other side of it. Perfect. And then we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna add those stoles now. So let's just see that all together. I feel like we should do this one. Yeah, that looks good. Maybe we should just change it out for a silver color, because I'm looking and everything else has black and silver in the kitchen, including the floor tile. So let's go ahead and change that really fast. And then we should maybe add some cabinets. I don't think that's gonna fit with what we're doing. Is that this? Oh yeah. So everything in the house is set for tall. The walls are just very, very tall, and it's gonna make a lot of things look really weird, including cabinets. But if you put the walls up, then you can change the height of the cabinets, which I think is very useful, especially when you're doing something like this. The other thing that I really like about it, I'm just trying to find some cabinets that have like silver and black. Like I think that'll work for what we're doing. I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. And you can also stack more cabinets on the cabinets, which I don't know is great for when you need more cabinet, I guess. I wish The Sims actually like utilized these. But the only thing they're really good for is catching on fire. So we're just not gonna put them near the stove range. But just for future reference, they do cause a fire. Well, at least I think that they do. So on that note, we definitely need a stove range. Now, she is a pretty new sim. So the thing about that is she is not going to have any kind of cooking skills. Which can be pretty deadly, even to vampires. So let's go ahead and set up this alarm system in this house. Now, it is not very spooky, but again, safety. And I guess we have to do an anti-burglar alarm. Because I guess that's a thing. Woo! Sorry. Zelda keeps getting up here. She just wants some attention right now. I was working for a couple of hours before I got back home. So she's just very happy to see me. I say that, but I'm totally petting her under the table right now. Like, she still has not left the area. So let's see. I think that's a pretty nice looking kitchen. Like, I'm pretty happy with that. Is there anything else that we're missing? We could add some decorations. Oh my god, a sink! We do not have a sink anywhere. And that is so important. Like, if our sim does not have anywhere to wash the dishes, things will get so bad so quickly. So let's go ahead and just make some space for that. And then, let's see here. We have a trash can. We need a trash can for sure. So we need an indoor one, and we also need an outdoor one. I kind of want to do one with a lid. Like, I do love a good lidded trash can. I don't know if there's going to be space right there because the fire alarm's right there. So let's go ahead and move this a little over. I don't know where else it's going to go. Yeah, we can do it right there. And then we'll go ahead and put this right here. And we'll go ahead and do that. And then we are going to need a bigger trash can for the outside of the house. And we're going to go ahead, we're going to sit it on the back. Maybe just the side. Yeah. It's like not too far away, but it's kind of far away enough. Okay. Let's go ahead. I think we have everything. Oh, some kitchen appliances maybe? Let's see here. This is a hot cocoa tray. Sugarcane juice. What are these? Oh, that is pretty. And I mean, she is the queen, so maybe she should have like a little drink tray for all of her guests. Okay, and we can sit it on these little banquet tables with the ghosts. So we're gonna go ahead and, well, We're gonna go ahead and put that there. And then that makes me think, like, we could probably set up a couple of drinks. You know what I mean? Especially since we cannot manage to sit anything else on these tables. At least this will give them more of like a purpose. You know what I mean? A cupcake factory? What even are these? We definitely have to do a popcorn popper. Because, I mean, look at this TV. There is only one use for this. And it would be to watch movies. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to sit this in the kitchen. Let's go ahead and keep it away from the sink. Because we definitely do not want that on the sink or near it. We definitely do not need a dishwasher because this is not a restaurant. This is a house. And I say that because if you know, like, Sims don't really cook that often. They eat about one meal every 2 days. And then that's just to keep them alive. So they don't need too much to go on. Oh my goodness. I think half of this video has just been me and my cat. Let's see. This is a little bat stuffy. I can't. That is so cute. That is so cute. I'm just gonna stick him on the counter. That's just where he's gonna go. We gotta have our little skeleton bunny too. Of course, this is just a little decoration. Oh no, honestly, I'm just thinking about, of course, like what it's gonna look like when we do like a little Halloween party. Now let's see. So for desks, if you've ever decorated a desk, you can sit items on it. There are some desks where they have like their own little shelves, and you can put like little knickknacks and everything on the shelves. So let's see. I forgot, we need some sort of computer for her. Of course, this is very in-depth. This is, of course, thinking about, like, if she were to thrive in this house, after we're done with the building series. So some of these, you know, you just gotta have, just to have them. Go ahead and give her a little green laptop. It's not very spooky, but, it at least goes with the green in the house. Let's see. I want to say that that's it. Like, oh my gosh, we have a whole room that is not done, and it's a bathroom for the guest. So let's go ahead, get all of that put in there. So I've been doing like this tub, of course, this shower and this tub. And then let's see, let's go ahead and do a sink. I did the vampire sink upstairs, so I'm gonna go ahead and do it downstairs too. Now this is a very big bathroom. But maybe she'll have some large monster guests. And then we're gonna put this little towel. I just wish there was like a better angle for these things, but there is not. And then, of course, we have to put a mirror in here for all of her guests to see themselves. And then let's see what else we can do. We have a shower, we have a tub. We just need a toilet. And I have been doing this one in all of the bathrooms. Oh my goodness. Like, this bathroom is very large. This is a very large bathroom. This is me just not realizing how large some of the rooms are. But again, she is gonna have a lot of guests, so hopefully it all fills up. I'm gonna say maybe that we're done with all of the inside. Let's go ahead and put another little fountain right here. I kind of like it because it's very creepy. I like the little statues. I think they're very off-putting, which is why we have like these two werewolf gargoyles in the front of the house. Okay, they're just sticking out the side of the wall. Okay, let's see. I think we can actually start putting the windows up now that we have most of the stuff done for the inside. I did already put the windows up for the second level of the house. So I think we're gonna go ahead and do that now. I'm trying to remember which windows we used. And it's weird because we have different sizes, and that's what's gonna really make them pop up. So we did use these ones for the top of the house. Now the thing about windows is I'm really, really picky about how even they are. They have to be symmetrical, especially if it's the front. It just does not look right if they aren't. I think that's good right there. Now these aren't going to go on the side just because we do have all that moss growing on the side. Of course, we can always decorate the sides as well with some more moss. And then this is just to kind of shed more light into the house. Now for this, you can see through the window. You can actually see the cabinets. But we're not going to focus on that, okay? We're just focusing on these nice windows on the very outside of the house. So, we don't see those. Okay. And now we're going to do the back. This is going to be a little bit better because we don't have too much on this wall back here. I'm gonna do it like that, and then we're gonna do one for the bathroom, one for the study. You can kind of just see them playing the organ. Okay. That honestly looks really good. We're gonna kind of just back out. Now, the one sore point of this entire thing it hasn't been the outside, okay? Look how amazing that is. But it has been the outside. Look at that. Look at how it doesn't not have a roof. One of the things I'm like the worst at off the back is just putting roofs on houses. Like, I don't know why. It's just so hard for me to do that. You know what I mean? So let's see what we can do. I've done a lot of see-through roofs on my other builds just because for me it's a lot easier to do that. Since there just is not a lot of pressure on what the roof looks like if it's made out of glass. You know what I mean? So let's see. And then another thing about roofs is sometimes you can't see it really well, but sometimes there might be like a slight overhang, which is why it's very important to follow the grid. Like, it will show you where the green line is stopping, and you need to stop right there, okay? And sometimes my hand will slip and it will go right off that edge, and I won't notice it until I'm saving it to my gallery. And it's just, the roof's falling off. The roof falls off the house. Let's see. Isn't the creepy music just so nice? Like, I'm honestly just so relaxed just by the music. It's so weird. Like, spooky music MSR right now. That's what's happening. Let's see. Oh, it's looking like something, that's for sure. I don't know if it's good or not, but we're doing it. We are doing it. Honestly, maybe I should just flattened it and dragged it out. Sorry, I'm like so quiet because I'm just focusing on how I'm gonna do this. Whoa! Wrong button. Okay. Okay, there we go. Okay, now don't laugh, okay? So don't laugh at that, but maybe I'm onto something, okay? Maybe I just need to lower it more. Okay, I think that's the lowest it's gonna go. Yeah, so my definition of doing a roof is to basically do the flattest roof that you can and just roll with it, okay? We're rolling. Do they really need to have the rain fall off the roof? No. Is it probably just gonna sit on top of it because it's so flat? Yes, it's probably gonna do that. So, but it's good. We have a roof, guys. Now we just have to do all the little like small things. Oh my goodness. Oh. She's so crazy. Oh. Let's continue. What tiling to do now? We should just do a weathered roof. And then should we match this with the exterior wall? Now, bear with me because it did take me a second last time to find the right brick. I have to remember it's part of the vampire pack. I think it's the darkest one. Yes, okay. See, it looks better. It looks better now that it's matching. Now let's see if we can make it look even better with like some trim. Some trim on the house. Are we possibly doing something right now? I think we are. But let's see if maybe we can do something better. No, I gotta get closer to kind of get like a view of it. I think I like this one. I think I like that it just falls off the roof. It gives it a little bit of decoration. Now, so adding this is really going to, it's gonna mess up with other things that we've put down already. So it's very important to be like very cautious about it. I do like that. I feel like it brings together the patios. Now I would do this if maybe we had pillars, but we do not have pillars for the courtyard. I think that's gonna be it for this part. Now we head to the back of the house. I don't know why this seems to be going by so much quicker than the inside did. I felt like I spent probably like forever just trying to do what was it? I was just trying to put a chair, and it just took me the longest time to get it done. Now for the back of the house, I'm very picky about the backs of homes because you have to put everything together, you know? And it has to really unify the home and what you're trying to get done. So let me see here. So we're gonna look at patios. The entire time I was like, please do not delete the door. Now, what I like to do is I do like to set up fences for the backyard. And what that's going to do is it's going to actually create, here, I'll show you guys. It's going to create a little thing for us to work around. So we're going to do, okay, so we're going to do the drawing tool, okay? And this is how you make a fence for the backyard. Is basically what you're going to do is you're going to make a wall, okay, around the area you want to be considered the backyard, okay? So for this, I am going to kind of bring it to the side of the house. I'm going to go like that. I'm going to bring it back. Now, sometimes it will not let you take it to the edge, and that is because of what you can do next, okay? And that's going to be, we're going to replace it with a fence. Also, I found the mailbox, which I didn't think was lost, but I also had no idea it was over here until I just saw it. And we're just going to go ahead, just go right past that mailbox. I do have to remember that it's there later, because we are going to delete that out of the way. And I'm all about symmetry, so I'm going to come over to this side, and I'm just going to do the same thing to this side. Now, symmetry is really good for a couple of reasons. Obviously it looks nice, but when you go to take your pictures for when you're done with the build, it looks better, okay? Like, there's just no way around it. It just looks a lot nicer, a lot cleaner than if you were just to place things just to place them. Like, look at that. It looks like I just placed that there. But if we go ahead, we do this. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna delete this. It's gone. And now we're gonna go ahead, click on this, and we're gonna do fence. And we're going to turn it into a hedge. Okay, this is going to give us some privacy for all of our guests that are going to come here. And the thing that I love about this is it looks like it's part of the outside. Okay, you cannot even tell that we just did this. You know, that used to be a wall. Okay, it's just going to register as a fence. And now we're going to go through, and for the gate, we're going to of course do the gate that we have up front. And we're going to go ahead and give our backyard 2 entrances. Like I said, I am a sucker for symmetry. I really am. Okay. Now that we have that done, we have our cute little outdoor area. We're gonna go ahead and put some stairs up. Oh. Let's go ahead and delete those. Let's use a different set. I'm just gonna put stairs like this. I honestly just want to kind of see if it's possible to do it all the way around, which I don't think it is. But we're gonna go ahead and do this. I just feel like this would be kind of cool to see, you know what I mean? Like if you were to walk outside and just see like stairs like surrounding I think we did too many stairs. Let's just go ahead and sit this on the other side. Oh. Let's go ahead and put her back down. And then we're gonna go ahead and put this other one over here. Oh. Whoa. Cat overboard. I'm trying to make it to where like this looks nice, and I'm just not seeing it. I think we might just have to put them back over here. Yeah, I'm not liking these stairs. Like, this is just not looking good. It's weird that this is the one thing that I get tripped up on. It's just stairs. The backyard. Like, I feel like it was going so smooth until this very point. Okay, there. Rear. Nope. It won't let me add it. Yeah. Well. Yeah, I'm just calling that good. Like, I don't know what it is about the stairs, but, yeah, I think that's my breaking point right there. Let's see here. Honestly, that looks like a good little patio. No, are we gonna add anything to this backyard? Oh, I do love backyards a lot because it, like I said, a lot of it, it's just so nice to create like a little backyard. There's so much that goes into it. You can do plants, you can do a lot of things with the backyard. But of course, we are keeping things nice and spooky. It might not be reflected too well, but when I get into the texturing and everything, you'll see a bit more of that. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do that. And then for the chairs, do we have an iron chair that we can add to this iron table? We have this. I guess that's gonna have to do. Very spooky. So, we got a comment that someone doesn't like the door. And I don't think they're talking about the gate. So they're talking about this small little teeny tiny back door. The back door. So they don't like the back door. It is only a back door. There's a lot more to the house than the back door. It's not supposed to outdo the front door of the house because the front door, let's go ahead and look at it, is this large one, okay? It's supposed to be the grand entrance. You definitely don't want that for the back of the house. It's gonna take away from everything. But this is still a pretty large door on its own. It is a double wide door. It just does look smaller in comparison because the walls are super tall. We're gonna add some other stuff too. It's gonna make it look a lot better. Throws everything off. Well, do you have any ideas then? About what we could do to change it? Definitely let me know. You have a lot of time because we're going to be focusing on just getting the rest of this done here. Let's see. And then we could do... Honestly, I do kind of like this bench a little bit more than that other bench. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to delete that one. I'm going to put that right there. See, we can't do a glass sliding door because it's supposed to be a Victorian house, and Victorian houses were really big on big wooden doors. So we can't do a sliding glass door. Let's see what else we can do here. Let's go back to these pumpkin guys, okay? Because honestly, they really liven up the place. And maybe if we put them around this door, it'll be better. So let's go ahead and put them around. I don't even know what that means. Okay, that little pumpkin guy is definitely gonna be right there. And then, of course, we got this little one that will not leave me alone right now. Let's see here. Can definitely put these little jack-o'-lanterns off to the side. We do have them lining the front yard too, so it only seems appropriate that they kind of light up the backyard, especially if we plan to have a nice Halloween party outside. Now, what I do like about the outside is we have a lot of options here, okay? Especially since they started giving us these tombstones. Like, we can just honestly make the whole backyard just one big rave at someone's graveyard. You know what I mean? Oh my god! There's another cauldron. This will probably make it... Let's just do another one for the other side. The amount of times that I've said that throughout this whole thing, let's just add another one to the other side. And let's go ahead and we're gonna need our trick-or-treat bowl, front and center, and then we're gonna need some more other items. Zelda! Let's see here. This is a little backdrop, which would be nice for our party. But it's just, I don't think it's spooky enough. Let's see, we should definitely add some gravestones. Should we add more pumpkin carving stations? I think we should. I mean, we have so many pumpkins already. Oh my goodness. She won't leave me alone. Okay. Let's do another scarecrow. It's gonna be nice and freaky right off to the edge there. And then ooh, we should do a drink fountain. That's pretty spooky. Oh my god. You say no to the drink fountain? Let's see. We could put a Goofy pumpkin. Like, he just got done being made. Let's see. And then this is where we can find one of the angry pumpkins. Like, he's a bit evil. Let's go ahead and set him over there. This is becoming a very spooky backyard. But what we're gonna need to do is we are gonna have to remake this yard. Let's see here. Because it's not looking transformed just yet. So let's go ahead and we're gonna take some gravestones. And we're gonna put them all over the place over here. Now, what I like to do with these gravestones is kind of do like some older ones too. We got this one. It's kind of leading over here. It's looking very spooky over in that corner. Now we're gonna go ahead and we're going to go over here and we're gonna do the same thing with just more gravestones. We got a lot of dead people in our backyard, okay? Like, I don't know who buried these people here or sold her this property, but they kind of have some explaining to do, okay? Which I don't know what's better to find on a property is like marked gravestones or ones that aren't. You know what I mean? So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna move to our stone and our pavement, and this is kind of the same stuff that we added to the front. And we're gonna just go ahead, we're gonna slither it to this fence, this gate if you will, and we're gonna go ahead and we are going to just make it a little bit smaller. We're gonna go ahead and slither it to the stairs here, okay? So I like making sure that everything connects, because I just feel like it's off if it doesn't, you know? Now, we're going to try to get this done as fast as possible, because this is just our first build of our Halloween town, okay? So this does not have to take that long, and we can always come back and add some more things. Thank thinking that that's looking a little bit more like a path. We're gonna go ahead and we're just gonna come around and we're gonna do the same thing to the other side. Okay? Okay, that it's looking a little bit off, just a little bit, but I think we have the right thing. Let's see here. Yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and connect them now on the side. Okay, and we have our path. Look at that, look how it's coming along all together. You can kind of start to see it a little bit more. Now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna switch to the grass part. Now this is very important because this is gonna give us some more depth and everything to our build. Because I mean, who has like a straight up like green yard now? Especially in the fall months, you're not gonna see that. And then this is a fresh gravestone, so we're just gonna kind of do this. Like it was recently buried, okay? And then we're gonna do this right here. Do we have any more of them? Yes. So someone literally just buried these bodies and then sold her this house. And was like, yeah, you can totally move in. I just buried like 6 random people in my backyard. Random people in my backyard. Who knows if they actually were. Okay, that's looking very good. And then we're gonna have some splotchy areas. I like to do it around the path, especially because someone just recently made this path, okay? They were like, you know what, we lost some retail value because we added all of those bodies. So we're just gonna spice things up with this well-made path around the house. And this is just going to be dead from all the foot traffic. So then we're going to do some deep forest. This is really good, especially if you have like shadows in the yard that you want to make. So all these little details play like a very big part into making the yard appear like it's like a normal yard. Like, we had just green when we started, and now look at what we have. We have like a whole fence. We have like grassy patches. Like, it's a lot of small detail, but we are trying to make a spooky house, okay? And that definitely takes some effort. I'm gonna do some dark green around the older gravestones, okay? Because they haven't been touched in a while. So of course all the grass is gonna be filled in around those. This is probably like the most tedious part to this entire thing. Is just going around with this little circle and just trying to do all these details. Okay. Like you can see here, it's already coming together. We do have these small patches of grass and everything. Got everything down. This is going to be the most shaded part of the house. So we're going to really get in there with this green. Like, obviously, this gets like the bulk of it. I'm gonna have more of these little patches between everything. Okay, so this is what it's looking like so far. It's really coming together. Let's go ahead and start adding in the most important part, which would be these trees. Well, not this tree. That's a very large tree. I don't even think we have space anywhere for it. We have space for it somewhere, but we're not gonna do it. That is a very large tree. You could do something like this. But I was thinking maybe we should do something else. this was what I was thinking we should do. I think it just kind of matches our pumpkins a little bit better. But I do think we also need some coverage too. So let's go ahead with these. I'm gonna go ahead and line the yard to where I think these should go. So they're kind of gonna be on our path a little bit. Now that looks very good. See, it kind of just all comes together a little bit once you get the right things in place. Now, I'm doing these trees basically because we need some privacy for the backyard, and it makes it look a little bit more fuller. It definitely fills the space. Oh, we have different colors too. Let's go ahead and put this one right back here. It's a little late to the party. It's still green. And then we'll put that one right there. And then this is important. Like, it's very important what trees you put in the front. So let's go ahead and do our spookier trees. Isn't this crazy? Like, we really just sat here and, like, this happened. This is so insane. Like, it just really looks, like, extremely good. And, like, I'm really happy with how it's turning out. Now we do need some of these, buy these gravestones. Now, I said it in my last video, but we really do not need a pool. We just don't. I feel like most of the party is going to be inside. So, let's keep it at that. But I think we're done. Like, I think we are actually done. Let me go ahead, before I forget, we're going to go ahead and just... We need a new mailbox. Let's go ahead and search up what we can add to this. Every property on Sims has to have a mailbox. So it will not let us delete it until we go ahead and we just change it out with a different one. We are going to put it in the front. Let's see here. I do like this spooky one. We'll put it right next to the tree, and then we're going to go ahead and delete this one in the back. And I think we are actually done. I think we covered all of our bases, and we have finished the first build of the neighborhood. This is, of course, going to be where the Queen of Halloween herself is going to stay at. Here she is. Okay, and she's going to be surrounded by her pumpkins and everything until we are done building this neighborhood. And then we're going to go ahead and do another video where we're actually going to go through and we're going to make all of the characters that are going to match to their houses. Which means we're going to have a free-for-all when it comes to the houses. Because we can kind of create whoever we want to go with them. yeah, I think that's it. Let's go ahead and just do like a once over of the house. We have the front right here, nice and spooky. And then we're gonna go ahead and go on the inside. We're gonna start with the ground floor, where we have our entry room. We have the heart of the house, which is gonna be where all the stairs are. We have our kitchen. Look how beautiful it is, with its cauldron, its pumpkin carving station. And then we have the dining room, which has this big long table, a bar, some old timey photos, and some of our little ghosts running around. And then we have the living room with our little ghost tables and chairs. And then we also have this big TV for a spooky movie night. We have the study where we have a random organ, but very creepy. We have a little desk. And then we have the bathroom. Okay, let's go ahead and head upstairs. And we have a large area for all of them to hang out. We have a fish tank. We have probably her ancestor in an urn. We have our black bear carpet and the matching chair. We have little ghosts and spiders. Lots and lots of spiders on the wall. This is probably my favorite room in the house just because of how good it turned out. And then of course we have her little throne area and another bowl of candy. Then we have her bedroom where she has her own bathtub on its own little stand-up area. And then, of course, we have her bed, and for when she's feeling a little bit darker, we have her own little coffin for her to sleep in. And then she has her own personal balcony. Okay, and then we have these guest rooms off to the side with this Twilight wood themed wallpaper. Of course, it's not officially Twilight, but come on, it's definitely giving woods. So then we have the guest bathroom with its own little pumpkin rug. And that's the other guest room. And then I believe that concludes our first build. Altogether, it took a couple of hours, not too long. Probably about, I would say, 3 or 4 hours. But yeah, we did it. This is the first house in our big neighborhood. So I'm gonna go ahead and save this for right now. And I think we're gonna go ahead and we're going to conclude everything for tonight. And then I'll probably see you guys again probably tomorrow night as well, and we'll start on the second house. Now, if you guys do have any kind of ideas, please subscribe and just let me know in the chat. And just give me your ideas. Do you guys want to see like a witch house, a mad scientist, fortune teller? Like, just let me know, okay? Well, y'all have a great night, and I'll see you again tomorrow.